scheduled for October 10th. This is a really big event. It's a half marathon. And there's also a 5K run and a kids fun run, but it's being publicized very widely in the running community up and down the northeastern seaboard, and it's a fundraiser for the pool. They have a website that was donated, which was wonderful, and it's a beautiful website. It was donated by the same designer that did our town website. There's also a very active Facebook page. They are accepting sponsorships, seeking sponsorships at levels of, it can be at the golden level of $1,250 or $250 and $100 sponsorships. Another item of note, the Rec Commission, is that an engineer from Barton and Lejudas inspected the tennis courts last week and will provide an engineering estimate to rehab the tennis courts that the Rec Commission hopes to budget for in the coming year. They also got a review of the basketball courts while they were in the neighborhood, and they were determined to be in good shape. Just needed some patching, basically.
Which ones?
The basketball courts. The tennis courts, however, have some major issues. Yeah.
You know, while you're on that topic, I just I drove by there last night, and there was kids playing, and we had 3 cars running with the headlights on so they could play. And we started talking about that lighting situation and the timer. I'd like to get back on that. I mean, the kids are looking for constructive ways to get out and do something. So while you're on that note, I would like to either you or let me know, because we talked about it a few months back, and it seems like it's a big issue.
The Rec Commission talked about it.
Yes.
Follow up.
I think it would be good to come to help them kids out that are doing something constructive.
Yeah, I saw there.
Talk to Tara. I think there might have been, we had requested them turned off because of some incidents that were happening there, so.
The last I knew, we were going to check into a timer. Matter of fact, I thought you mentioned you were going to talk to from Central Hudson.
That was about the shielding.
No, I thought it was the timer on the light so that we could have it generated right.
Yep.
So it could be knocked off at a certain time. We could pick the time.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Bill Cotty.
With Bill Cotty.
You were going to talk to Bill Cotty about it.
I thought I was just talking to him about shielding, but that's okay. I can talk to him about it.
You know what? I saw them kids playing last night, and it stuck in my mind. That's why.
So you take care of that, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have a problem, let me know, and I'll get a hold of him.
Actually, Bill's retiring. I'm not sure if he's still there, but
Oh, really?
there's a new guy that's taking over for him.
Do you have?
I think I have it in the office.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Great.
if he's actually left yet, but they're in transition. Obviously, to retire.
Okay. And has the time been discussed for the timer? The time frame?
I think I would just like to kind of talk to Tara again because I can't remember the details of how that happened. You know, I remember that there was some incidents, and they decided to turn it off. I just can't remember.
It all boiled down to noise and the senior citizens home. That was
And it was Park Crest too. Park Crest people.
Park Crest.
But what I'd like to see is if, you know, do we want to just turn them back on? I understand about the timer, but, you know, we could just say, let's ask them to be turned on again if kids are using them. And as long as they're not creating a disturbance, you know, at 3 o'clock in the morning, we can leave them on. But it might be more appropriate instead of a timer to have a way for us to turn them off. Like the police can just say, I'm shutting it down.
Right.
For tonight.
In April, I stopped down here when there was a good group of kids down here, and I explained to them why the lights weren't on. So I said, we're in the midst of getting them put back on, but you got to pick up your end of the bargain and be respectful to noise, cursing, swearing, beer cans, the whole.
I think the problem is you have a curfew at a certain time, and then kids are staying so late, and by turning the lights off, nobody came after. We have to worry about the 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right, yeah, but we can figure out a way to
I
get
think
the
that's
lights turned off at a certain time.
I don't think that it has to be a timer. I think
Yeah.
we just have to find a way to make it work. And so that's just one option.
Okay, sounds good.
You have anything else?
The Youth Commission they're in transition, so we'll do a financial report next month, or
Okay.
the last month. They had very productive meetings, and camp has gotten off to a good start. Camp opened, they had 59 kids the first day, and there was a lot of discussion about, future program ideas. Also, some youth commission members are stepping in, volunteering to fill a slot that is open that needs one more staff member, actually. So that's fantastic that they're stepping up to volunteer some time to do that. Let's see, and dog control took in $242 this month. From various things, licenses, redemptions. And the clerk took in $6,959.50. And that concludes my reports.
And just one thing I want to add to transfer station. I got a verbal report that as of this week, they have hit their 100,000 bottle mark. So they've had over 100,000 returns, which brings them to $5,000 for the pool. So I think that's pretty impressive.
Wow.
Raise $5,000 in returns. I think that's a 2-year time period.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's definitely this for the
And I
bottles.
think what's happening now is people are now, instead of them always having to, try to grab the bottles before they end up in the recycling bin, people are now just going right over to the area where they're storing the recycled bottles and, just getting in their head that they have to separate them ahead of time, which is helping to make that a bigger number. It's very good. Financial report. Did you want to say something?
Well, the other thing that I spoke with the tax collector, who presented the year-end numbers for her next month.
Okay. Okay, in the general fund, $829,565.62. In highway, $695,602.67. Capital highway, $36,171.91. In capital, $7,184.28. In rent sub, $25,448.62. In capital rec, $791.90. In light, $16,304.65. I was gonna ask, as you guys do your meetings with the departments, it would be good for you to use this document that you're getting now, the operating statement, and look at the areas of your departments to see how they're doing, so that, when you're meeting with them too. I do it with them too at department head meetings, but it would be good if you, as a follow-up, as backup, you're looking at these, anything that might raise red flag.